right? How do you think that these four players, I guess, match up today?
I think a lot of it depends on what match into, because there's a lot of strong champions you can pick in the bot lane right now. There's a lot of cheesy champions you can also pick, with obviously Pantheon being in meta now, and Pantheon support actually rising up as a bot laner. So there's a lot what you can actually mess about with, there's a lot you can actually pull out. So it's all going to be matchup dependent in my eyes. I don't think they're much different in terms of skill, because they've all proven they can compete with other teams.
Absolutely. They did have a little bit of a harder start to this season, but they've absolutely elevated themselves up to this point. The Orthrus Gaming, they seem to be there the whole time. They came in all guns blazing, and they have just been tearing a path through this league so far. So it's great to see someone like Vuptrox Academy coming into... Do you think a lot of people will still be Orthrus favored? I feel like it is still that way, at least slightly. I mean, we'll have the series actually plays out. And then Lucian and Leona in the bottom lane. That's matched up against Vuptrox's endorser running that top lane Mordekaiser. Vartes Gragas, as we've mentioned. Hello, it's Anivia. Previously, Toxie is on that Syndra. And then we've got Chrissy, Zaya, and Lepiggy on the Alistair. Just taking a broad view, looking at these five champions side by side, Varys, who do you think has got an edge maybe going into the early game?
I like the side of Vuptrox team comp overall, just a lot better. I think you have more late game reliability, have just really solid solo lanes. A lot of these lanes are very hard even solo kill as it is, because they have very good early pressure in the lane. They're able to actually give you that pressure so Gragas can actually invade or take Scuttle Crabs or just take vision for your team. I think that's why it's a lot stronger. There's a lot more opportunities for them to do stuff with this comp. But on the side of Orthrus, we have their playstyle in a nutshell. They have a very snowbally team comp. If they get ahead, Lucian's going to kill everyone. Pantheon gets ahead, Pantheon just becomes so obnoxious to deal with, and he actually becomes a very, very good frontliner, because he's able just to survive so much. When he turns on his E, puts that shield in front of him, he's going to block all the damage incoming. So, very snowbally Orthrus.
Yeah, this is the way Orthrus can be hugely successful. They're not ones to give up a lead once they have it. However, we have seen Vuptrox Academy be very strong at rebuffing teams that are ahead. Breaking into Vuptrox Academy's base, it seems like one of the most difficult things to do in this league. We saw Royal Reapers struggle with it a lot in their series last week. Do you think Orthrus Gaming, do you think they're going to be able to push through the wall that Vuptrox can put around their own base, or are they also going to struggle maybe against this team?
I think it all depends on vision this game. Most of this game is literally going to be played around vision. And if Vuptrox do play their vision game well enough, I think it's going to be harder for Orthrus to actually push into them. I think that's also a reason why they have drafted the Xerath. Because Xerath is very good for sieging. It sort of helps you with just being able to push your lead a bit more. If you do get ahead, if you get a Baron or anything along them lines, you can siege a lot better with the Xerath just sitting there poking away at them.
Yeah, it does seem like you say it's a very strong siege champion, but then when you put it upside like a Lucian, and even at least to some extent the Pantheon, it seems like maybe it's a little disjointed as a team comp. I'm not sure how these champions all fit together. They kind of have... Welcome back once again, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us. Welcome to the SQ1 Champions League Plan B stream featuring Vuptrox Academy and OG. We have gotten into this first game. Luckily, nothing too exciting has happened, but we will hopefully be stable from now on. Let's have a look at these matchups, seeing how they've panned out over the first couple of levels. Varys, what do we need to know?
Not really much has happened. Quite evenly CS across the board, other than top lane. There's just Pantheon getting a slight early lead, which is kind of be expected. Pantheon's early game is really, really volatile. He's such a strong champion after the rework. And his win rate started to shoot up now. People have started to understand how to play him, how to be more aggressive and abusive with his champion. And I think we're going to start to see more of it in this game. You'll see how much he's able to just harass and be annoying. He's also one of the best tower divers in the game. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Kaijak's come over a ward. A nice easy stun setup though. Endorser flashing behind the tower. Kajak coming in. The tower aggo's been swapped. Kaijak's in a very bad spot. He's going to go down. It's a first blood to Endorser. And a flash from Sulaki. And now Varte's in here to clean up the second. That's going to be a stun. Endorser actually goes incredibly low off that stun from Pantheon. That is a spicy one to get us started off here. A great ward by Endorser sniffing that one out.
It's complete disaster from Orthrus Gaming. You see him come in, Elise is coming in, it looks perfect, but it's a bit too early. Pantheon goes before Elise is even there to react. Gets over, Pantheon goes too low. He could have tanked one more shot, but Elise gets caught up in the minions, dies to Mordekaiser, and Gragas just counters and not denies any kill going across at all. Mordekaiser lives with a triumph. Just complete disaster for Orthrus. The idea was there, but the execution wasn't.
Yeah, they just couldn't quite get the buffs back from Endorser. He's got to be sitting pretty right now. CS differential or no, he's got the double buffs to help him up in this matchup. We saw Endorser play a mean Mordekaiser in Game 3 against Royal Reapers last week, so this guy's very comfortable on this one. As now Kaijak's looking for round 2. There's an instant cleanse by Nivea, but followed up by a Xerath stun. Flash away from Hello It's Nivea is going to live, but Kajak not slowing the pace one bit.
He blows both summoners here by Syndra and knows that she is a prime target. With her being very immobile, she's just easy to gank, repeat and repeat and repeat, and that's all we're going to see now. I believe at least should just keep revisiting this mid lane with the no sums on Syndra, just able to abuse his mid lane a lot more.
Yeah, Xerath is one of these most abusive mages just through the extensive use of that range, which is used to be getting good value off there and a good landing of that stun as well. It is a skill shot, but it can be very useful. Kajak, he is trying to get some even more use out. He is coming up to bring it back around for round 2 against Endorser, gets that stun off. This is surely going to be an easy cleanup. The shield comes out. Mordekaiser trying to go towards that tower, knows he cannot escape. Suvlaki Eater finally picks up those double buffs that he wanted all along.
He's just coming back for that redemption. He knows he messed up in the early game, came to redeem himself and shuts down that Mordekaiser. And with the wave being so bad for Mordekaiser right now, it can be disaster. Elise could honestly just repeat, go back top. She's based now, she's got a few items, and can just easily come and abuse the top lane. There's 2 very good targets for her to actually pick now.
Absolutely. Endorser is at least going to get that wave into the tower, so it's not going to be quite as destructive. Does have to use the TP though. As you said, Sumless now on this Mordekaiser. 20 CS down on Suvlaki Eater at 5, almost 6 minutes. Fury's actually rotated up to this mid lane with Kajak. We might see Kajak go for round 2 in that middle lane just to even it up. Anivia feeling a little hard done by. A flash forward by Fury into the completely nothing at all. Everything misses. Hello, it's Anivia walks away completely unscathed.
Yeah, and he gets out losing nothing here. Doesn't die. Leona completely whiffs the flash E, and just nothing comes of it. Yeah. They want to abuse the Syndra, but they can't.
I like the idea of Kajak coming through, but then, as you say, the missed E, another missed E from Anivia, and a missed E from Chromix, everything just goes wide. Anivia now is going to be happy, has kept that CS even, despite the fact that they had that early death. So good job by Hello, it's Anivia. But now Varte, he's coming in, doesn't quite tag fair, but here comes the ultimate. That's going to knock him down, and a flash in by Lepiggy. That's a clean kill. Chrissy is going to take that one for free, gets a nice kill on this Xayah. Nothing really Fair could do there.
You say that, but Fair died with both summoners.
Oh,
if he flashed the cask, I believe he would have lived. But he's greedy, holds on to both his summoners, and he pays with his life. The early dash by Lucian just enabled Gragas to just go for that cask. And it was either you lose summoners or you die, and he just died.
You're absolutely right there. Fair. Maybe after he thought he was far enough away from the Alistar, but the quick flash headbutt in from Lepiggy confirms that. When you see the little replay in the bottom left corners of your screen, there comes that cask, and instantly Alistar's on top of him, confirming that CC chain, so nothing he can go there. So nice, very nice gank by Vuptrox Academy. Overall, they are winning this early game, but it's still Kajak, I think, that is ganking more and pressuring more. Varte, though, whenever he shows up in a lane, it always goes right.
The thing is, he may be ganking more. Look at what Varte is doing. He is nearly 20 CS up on Elise right now, and he's going to be getting quite a big lead. He made a gank happen, but he's been a part of 2 kills right now, and he's got a CS lead.
You can see that Fair and Fury are roaming up the river. We saw some pings out on the Dragon. Just want to clear out some vision. They might go for this one early on. Overall, we have seen a lot of contested vision around bot lane, though it's decidedly in Orthrus Gaming's favor right now. Chrissy, though, knows that this bot lane is in his favor with the ultimate available, pushes Fair back behind the tower, and now Fury, once again, roamed up to this mid lane, but nothing actually achieved on it.
And the thing I want to reiterate as well, Orthrus Gaming does not have a good late game with their comp. Pantheon does still fall off like old Pantheon. Lucian's still not as great in late game despite the new crit build. Still hits really hard, but I believe Xayah is still going to outscale him in this game. And when you got a Mordekaiser in top lane, that's still a ticking time bomb. A Mordekaiser, when he gets free items, is very, very scary to deal with.
Yeah, someone like Crocomux, he's not got that much he can do if Endorser just walks up and challenges him to a Shadow Realm battle. There's not much he can do to get away from that one. We'll need to see if Endorser can actually get good use of that and reach that late game. He hasn't actually given up any more kills in the top lane, but he is still very down in CS. So still getting pressured by Savlaki here, but at least not giving up too much gold. As now Kajek's decided to show the bot lane some love. He's been top, he's been mid. Let's chip this lane a shot, but they are going to get that spotted out on vision. He's going to have to go back to the jungle as Varte is also waiting in the wings.
Yeah, Varte is pathing very smart this game. He's trying to be exactly where Elise is, and he was just there. He's starting to move towards mid now because he believes Elise is going to be moved to mid next, and he's already ready for this.
Yeah, she's absolutely where Varte believed him to be. This is the star jungler from Black Rose Gaming, picked up by Vuptrox for playoffs. Wasn't able to play in their Royal Reaper series, but Vuptrox was still able to make that one happen, and now he is having a lot of impact. This is what we expect to see from such a strong player being picked up, and so far he looks like he could be that key to get Vuptrox the advantage and get them, at the very least, let them keep it over Orthrus Gaming.
Now we see Elise just going for the dragon. Should be fairly uncontested with the lanes being pushed in. Elise should actually get this for free. There's no vision on the side of Vuptrox on this dragon, so it's just going to be a free Mountain Drake picked up for their side.
It must be said that there's only a 1k gold difference, despite the fact that Vuptrox, they claim that first blood and are currently 3 kills up to 1. They've only got a 1k gold lead, and this is largely impact. You've got to look at the Pantheon score lead. Hang on a second, Anivia's getting pushed around in this mid lane. Crocomux got him right down to nothing. A quick stun knocks him out of the ultimate, and now Varte is here to support the boy. Leona, a missed flash though, Varte missing that crucial skill. The explosive cask will land, but here comes the stun chain. Kajak and Fury coming in to save Crocomux. A flash over the wall. He escapes Lepiggy, but the ignite is ticking. Is it going to tick? It's not. The barrier saves him. That was a fight of absolute millimeters, Varus. I don't know how only one person died.
We get a replay here. We see Crocomux trying to pressure down Anivia. Goes with it all, misses the vital shots, trying to channel it in the caps there, trying to get the outplay. We come in with a flash, and we're just getting so many flashes missed in the series so far. And there's both sums on the Seraph, that's why he's able to actually get out here with his life. He dodges that very vital, and just lives with the barrier here. It is perfect for Orthrus Gaming right now. They are getting back their lead, and the gold is starting to swing back to them now. There's only 500 in the gold now.
Oh, hold up. Fair is just completely wiped off the face of the earth. I guess that gold lead has now gone back up to almost 1,000. Just as you were saying that, Fair, I imagine we might see a clip of it, but overall we can just imagine that he has been caught out. Here comes this replay. The flash is available for the Piggy. It is the Hex Flash though, so I'm wondering how he gets caught out here. They get pushed up to this tower, they're waiting in the brush. Oh, he comes into ward, and that is how it gets pulled up. An easy W, headbutt pulverize into that blade caller from Xayah. Nothing that Lucian can do about it. Both his summoners in the process as well.
But you gotta argue, there's no reason for him to actually be walking up there.
No.
There's no wave. There's no reason for him to actually step up when he knows his support isn't with him right now. There's no vision on the Alistar, there's no vision on the Xayah, there's nothing to indicate that they've gone to base. So, it's just a very odd mistake by Fair to actually be stepping up there.
Yeah, the prophecy that you laid out that maybe Fair and Fury might have met their match with Crystal and the Piggy seems to be coming true. There hasn't been an overwhelming amount of jungle presence. Varte has been here, it must be said, but Kajak was there in two and was snuffed out by good warding for the side of Chrissy and Lepiggy. So it looks like Vuptrox Academy, their bot lane are asserting their dominance in this game one. They're just looking like the better duo right now, as now the Heralds that was picked up by Kajak is going to get dropped top lane. It must be said that the objective control from this jungler for OG has been stellar so far.
It has, and they're looking to extend some of that gold, getting some plates onto the side of Orthrus Gaming, and being able to pressure down this Mordekaiser. You know, they know he's behind. There's level 10 on Pantheon right now, and just trying to push his lead even further.
Oh, the stun lands. That's just going to blow him up. He gets exploded on that combination. Sublaki picks that one. And now Fair is getting assaulted once again by Lepiggy and Varte. Here comes another cast to knock him back. Nowhere he can go, and Lepiggy actually picks that one up. Chrissy wasn't even involved.
We can talk all we want about these bad flashes, but when it comes to casts, Varte has been hitting vital casts in this game, actually securing kills for his team.
Stun came out, they're instantly cleansed. Krokomuk's ult forced the Nivea back behind the tower as Fury was once again in the vicinity. Piggy, here he comes with this flash.
And there's not really a lot Fair can actually do. As soon as he's dashed, he's just in range for the cask again. Every time Varte just waits for this dash, and it's like, alright, I'm just gonna kill you now. And it works every time. The item advantage is slightly getting even better for Xayah right now. She's on Berserker Greaves, she's probably on a lot of gold, she's gonna base now. She does have her bounty though, so she will be a prime target right about now.
Yeah, does have the ultimate available and picks up an early stopwatch there as well. So Chrissy's got a lot of protection to keep her alive on this Xayah. Might be tricky to get that actual kill with the flash, with the ultimate, and that stopwatch available for defensive. When you're looking at a team like Orthrus Gaming, the comp they have now, they've got the line stuns and the Leona ultimate, but I feel like they're gonna have trouble actually killing Chrissy at this point. And they're not going to out-damage them. As you said, they're not going to outscale them in terms of that damage. So, you feel like there's going to be a problem of them getting onto Chrissy, or do they just have to go all 5 men onto that character and just hope it works?
I actually don't think there'll be much of a problem getting to Chrissy. It's just going to be killing Chrissy when he has ult. Pantheon can get to Chrissy, but if Chrissy presses ult and then uses the Blade Caller, roots him in place, he's just going to die. He's just going to die very, very fast. The interesting thing to note though, Pantheon's E...
Ooh. Perfect stun from Fury onto Anivia. Now here comes Fair to maybe pick up another one. Does actually step back to avoid the Syndra. Knows that the ultimate's available. The Unleashed Power could seal his 4th or 5th death this game. They are going to chase him down, but Varte's coming in hot with a TP as well. Sublaki eating Fury, now caught on the wrong side of business. Fury's got to flash away. Another great cast knocks Fury against the wall to clean up that kill. Sublaki Eater, they have finished off Varte, and now the whole teams are piling in here. One by one, and Dorsa picks himself up a double. The ults come down from Chromux from the bush. He is just completely unmolested there. He's trying to finish off Chrissy, doesn't get it, the flash away, and now Chromux is getting knocked up. And Dorsa says, thank you very much, I'm going to flash after and finish this one off. But now the stun from Kajak, it's another turnaround. Suddenly he's been chucked down low, and it's a shutdown for Kajak on Elise. Now Lepiggy is waiting in this brush, the bot lane duo that we have been praising so much. It's a 2 versus 2. Can they take it? Will Kajak and Chromux take the victory? Chrissy avoids that first Q. It's a nice knock-up into that Blade Caller. Kajak gets away, but there's no flash. It doesn't matter. Chrissy picks it up, and Chromux is forced to retreat. Chrissy once again playing that pressure so well, moves to 4-0. He is looking unstoppable so far.
Now you actually get a chance to have a breath, CJ. That was such a messy team fight from both sides. Still goes the way of Vuptrox eventually, but it looked dangerous for Orthrus when they had the 5-man there already before Vuptrox. I thought it could have honestly been a clean wipe and it would have been the shutdown onto the Xayah, but the clean stopwatch actually stops a lot of the momentum in that team fight. Vuptrox arrive and they start to sweep up this team fight.
It's a very close call right there. They do manage to pick themselves up a Mountain Dragon for the side of Vuptrox as well. They've evened up OG's Dragon count there, and now Chrissy has moved into this mid lane as now this is the power. This is where all of the strength is currently sitting for Vuptrox. And Dorsa's scaling up pretty well despite that low CS, but really Chrissy is proven to be the star time and time again, and now they're just going to put him in that mid lane, get him farmed up. You see the ruler tag on there. This guy knows that he's trying to play with the greats, and we'll see if Chrissy can live up to that legend right now.
And he's nearly gotten a full Infinity Edge off that. Look at Lucian's items compared to him. He is so far behind Chrissy, and Chrissy is massive right now. There's not really a lot people can do to shut him down with how much damage he is going to be outputting right about now. And it's kind of a disaster for Orthrus right now. They need to find a way to shut down Xayah without expending too many resources.
Exactly. We have seen Orthrus come back from deficits in these games, but that's when they've given themselves the tools to do so. We talked about the draft, the lack of scaling thereof. Fair at 0-4-2 in this Lucian is getting incredibly useless. And now, speaking of useless, Muerte is just going to get completely destroyed by a double stun off Kajak and Fury. Pantheon comes in a little after the fact just to push Piggy back behind the tower. But that's a nice pickup for the side of Orthrus Gaming.
That's all you need to be doing if you're the side of Orthrus right now. Just constantly invading, taking whatever vision you can, denying them anything. You need to make them face check into these corners where you can just get these picks. Because if Xayah face checks into that, one cocoon and he's history. He's not going to be able to press R in time. There's a lot of great pick potential by the side of Orthrus. That is their saving grace for this game.
You see a threat of a collapse there from Vuptrox coming in from all sides for the pincer, but Orthrus smartly walk away. Lepiggy or Endorser couldn't find a way in there as they do take the tower for free and get away. Meanwhile, Fair was farming up in that top lane. He's got himself another couple of items. Little pickaxe coming in there. The split push Lucian, do you feel like this is the best thing for him to be doing, honestly? Because, I mean, who's he actually going to beat in a 1v1 at this stage?
Right about now, he just needs to grab whatever CS he can. That's the main reason he's just in the side lane, because he was down 40-50 CS. Now he's starting to claw back at that. That's all he needs to do. He needs to just try grab whatever CS he can, maybe pick up a kill here and there. If he can do that, he can actually start to catch up and output some damage. I don't think he'll be putting the same damage as Chrissy, but he'll be able to catch up a little bit and provide a bit more of an impact for his team.
Yeah, something I noticed while he was walking up to that top lane was that he was actually moving with a lot more caution, as now Endorser has no caution whatsoever. He was walking blind into this jungle and walks straight into a stun and gets completely destroyed. That was a bit of an aggressive move by there. Sees the Leona going up for a ward and ends up walking into 4 people, gives away the kill.
I think this has been a slight downfall of Endorser this game. He's provided very good moments, but then he overchases. This is twice he's overchased and got killed for doing this. He overchased into dark areas, no vision there whatsoever, and just gets picked off for free. Just handing over some gold back to Orthrus.
You can see the strategy is still holding true. They're putting these deep wards in, waiting in brushes with their stuns. There's actually a channel ultimate coming in for Siblaki here. He's going in behind. They just want to force this one. He's straight onto the Alistair. An easy pop for the ultimate for Lepiggy lets him walk away. A little bit of damage, changed, some ultimates swapped, but ultimately no huge impact here.
And the thing is, they're going to be able to do that on repeat because they're not going to be able to use any major ultimates on this Pantheon. Because if he uses his block on Syndra's ultimate, for example, he can block the entire ultimate and take no damage. So you have to be very careful what you use on this guy.
It's very cool and fun to see your ultimate get completely wiped out by a single button. Endorser trying to pull him back in, not quite reaching it. Chrissy shoving up in the mid lane as well. We do see OG, they're always playing together right now at this point. They're going with at least 4 people at any one time, trying to get these picks. They're not going to let themselves get picked apart themselves by Varte with these great ultimates, maybe stuns by Hello It's Anivia. They all want to play together, they want to try and use their team play to push this one through, and so far it has been having moderate success. They've managed to get the gold lead back in their favor, in terms of towers as well. There's a dragon coming up, a third mountain. Are they going to force this one? Or you think it's a little bit risky to try and force a big fight at this stage?
I think you have to force this. It's actually so important to both sides as Mountain Dragon, especially with one apiece. Whoever gets this second Mountain Dragon has more threat to actually do an early Baron in this game. And if you're the side of Vuptrox and you get that, you could literally turn straight towards that. There's not really a lot to stop you because you can just turn and fight with how strong Chrissy is. He's nearly got his third item fully completed right about now, so it's very scary to actually not fight this. They have to be going for this, and right now they have no vision of what's going on, and they get the dragon completely for free.
Not even an attempt made by Vuptrox there. Hello It's Anivia was farming that bot lane a little late to the party. No attempts made by Varte. The flash is there, Predator, Smite, the whole shebang, and just no attempts made. They walk away with that Mountain Drake. Maybe they just don't want to overcommit and lose people. Maybe a little scared by the burst that they've had thrown in their faces over the last few minutes.
And you see exactly what they do right now. They move straight over towards this Baron. They claim whatever vision control they can have. Yeah, there's only one ward what can actually spot them out right about now. If they get rid of that, there's not really a lot they can do. They could actually turn to this Baron very easily still. Despite the items not being there, they still have two mountains, so it will drop very fast.
Vision has been so heavily in OG's favor throughout this game overall. Finally, we are seeing them get a little bit of pressure, and Vuptrox, they can at least secure their own jungle with these line of pink wards in that top side. But really, when you look at the Baron, it's all in OG's favor, and they're the ones, as you say, they take control of the river instantly. As soon as a space is made, they flood right into it and take control of all of it. That's going to be an easy scuttle to bounce it off as well. This is really key to their strategy, and what do you think Vuptrox need to do to try and break through this vision line that OG keep rebuilding?
See, the thing is, what I noticed in the inventories right now, there is no blue trinkets on the side of Vuptrox, and that is what you need. You've seen how your team members have been dying. It's been from face checking these dark areas. And, like, right about now, when Orthrus Gaming just recalled, you don't know they recalled. You have no vision. You have no information that they're not sitting there. You have no information that they're not doing Baron. Now you've got a few wards down. That's all you have. That's going to get cleared out within a matter of seconds. And what do? You don't have a blue trinket, you don't have anything to actually check these areas without face checking into at least Cocoon, a Pantheon stun, a Xerath stun, a Leona stun. There's a lot of just scary tools on the side of Orthrus when they've took control of the vision again.
They seem to be, they're putting Endorser bot lane a lot here. They're getting him maybe a little bit of farm finally in this game on that split push. You see Anivia as well. Just Anivia. Hello, it's Anivia walking into this top lane, getting that shoved in. They don't seem to want to force anything particularly. They've been very cowed by the pressure, and it's very much OG who are looking for a way in. Do you think that this favors Vuptrox Academy? We did say the scaling was on their side.
The scaling is still on their side, but they still are in a dangerous point where just one pick could lose them the game right about now. It's just very scary that the Baron can be taken if one member dies. Doesn't matter who it is, if one member dies, it could be Alistair for all we know. Still a very vital member. If he dies, that's Baron.
This is quite a tricky question, I think. Just looking at that bot lane, which has Endorser and Suvlaki Eater in there, who actually wins that 1v1 right now? You know, disregarding player misplays or massive, amazing performances. At this point in the game, when you've got this Pantheon, you're still a little ahead. Mordekaiser is starting to scale up. Do you think that Mordekaiser can actually front 1v1 to the Pantheon at this stage, or does he need to try and get some more farm on there?
He still needs his second item, with Pantheon nearly on his third item. So the interesting thing, Pantheon's E, he can proc Black Cleaver instantly. So whatever army you have, it's pretty much nullified. Especially with Conqueror, it procs that also instantly. So you get the Conqueror, you get the Black Cleaver off. It's such a strong power spike.
Hang on, a stun has landed onto Fury. They're coming in, but those ultimate charges from Crocomux are just doing so much damage. Hello, it's Anivia has been forced almost out of the fight, and Dorset is in Fury. He's been caught out on his lonesome by Varte. He is getting healed up by Fair, trying to keep him alive. So Black Heat is falling dangerously low as well. And Dorset just taking that fight with Chrissy to back him up. That is a scrappy one with Cromux on the side. The Piggy falling very low as well. But overall, it's just one death onto Black Eater for the side of OG. Vuptrox, they stave away that aggression. They did, though they were actually the ones starting the fight, I should say.
Crocomux is trying to be on his side to actually poke out as much as he can in the side. But actually, before that, we have the Baron call, and it's dangerously low. I don't think they're going to get here in time.
It's just gone down. Kajak secures that one. Fury's actually gone into one to endorse, so he's popped that Zhonya's, I believe. Chrissy with the ultimate coming out as well. Crocomux, though, he is getting 1v1. Chrissy going in aggressively for this one, but a stun and a flash in from Fair. That's a shutdown for him, and Nivea now comes back in. More Protobelts come through. Fair is going dangerously low. A nice dodge, but not getting away from the explosive cast. Overall, a lot of shutdowns come down, but the Baron secured by OG in that window.
So it comes down to what we've been talking about, the vision control by Orthrus Gaming. They've kept vision control of this Baron this entire time, and their objective control of this game has just been spectacular. It's been very hard for Vuptrox to actually do anything about their objective control. As soon as they seen Syndra was still farming in that top lane, there was no hesitation. They turned straight towards the Baron. They have a double mountain. They melted it. There was no chance for Vuptrox to even get there in time. And now there's an Infernal Drake on the table. I don't think Vuptrox can actually do much about this. As you see, Orthrus Gaming are already here for it.
It's a quick chunk down from Crocomux, knocks Varte down to half as now Kajak starts it up. Crocomux still taking that blue, hasn't actually rotated over yet, and Fair nowhere to be seen, but it's too late for Varte. Once again, the vision not in his favor, and now he's been caught up, has to flash away just in exchange for an ultimate. That's very much worth for someone who has been such a key initiator for Vuptrox so far.
Yeah, and with him losing his flash right about now, it just makes it dangerous for him to actually make any plays for his team to try and recover something. He's trying to play towards the fog of war, but right now, all Orthrus Gaming are going to do is constantly push their pressure into that jungle, remove any vision they can, and just play around the fog of war like they have been doing this entire game. They do have some items coming through now, and they're looking a lot stronger and just sieging with the Baron.
Yeah, they have been pushing their boundaries, Orthrus Gaming, perfectly so far, never overstepping, never getting caught out, always the ones doing the catching themselves on a team which just really has no right to just be grouping up and shoving them down. Now this Baron plus Seraph, this is so hard for Vuptrox to deal with.
So the odd thing to note, before that tower fell, it was only 2 towers to 1, the difference. There's barely any towers been taken in this entire game, despite how much aggression's been shown by either side. We talked about objective control, but we're not talked about towers dropping. And they're starting to rotate towards bot lane, seeing if they can get this other tower. But I don't think they're going to be able to get it for free, because Varte is showing up.
Yeah, so Black Eater still ahead and able to push that one in, but now there's 4 members of Vuptrox on the bottom side, and it's just the Nivea here. The Banshees has been popped, the flash away, a nice stun though. Kajak has to go up into that rappel. Nivea looks like he might live, has the fancy feet work, but now there come no charges. There's not gonna quite land it. Crocomux unable to secure that one. They will still get this tower, you have to believe.
Yeah, they'll get this tower with the minions. Should be another tower going down, and there it is. Don't think they're going to get much more off this Baron. I think that's about as much as you're going to get. But if you decide of Vuptrox, you're more than happy with this.
Yeah, this Baron power play is being a powerful play, to be sure, as Nelsie Black Eater, he is just bullying Endorser under this tower, having to pop that shield and turn it into health just to keep himself topped off, as Nelsie Black Eater sitting between his towers, just toying with him. Varte has spotted this one out. He's coming over pretty fast. The Predator's ready. Here he comes. Here comes the engage. So Black Eater now in a 1v2 with Fury coming into support. Varte seems to sniff this one out. Doesn't want to force it, and the tower still goes down. So Black Eater eating a ton of pressure in this bot lane.
And you see the damage is completely blocked. Gragas did nothing to him. You see how much AP Gragas is sitting on, and it meant nothing just because he blocked it at the right time. And that's just how much pressure you can cause as Pantheon. You can join any lane when you need to with the Grand Starfall. So you're just going to keep pressuring in a side lane like this. And right now the whole team is here to pressure the bot tower.
There's no Baron on the board, and this is a 5v5. We haven't really seen many of these so far. This could be an opportunity for Vuptrox to find an engage. Looks like Nivea's looking for it. Lepiggy wants it. He's stunned up Crocomux, who was locked in that ultimate. He has now had to escape, but there's no real success on the engage. Kajak just walking on that front line. Nobody pressuring him at all, and Chrissy gets knocked down so low. Crocomux is doing so much work here with those ultimate charges. They're actually just going to shove them off. They're going to look to get their 6th tower down.
The Rabadons is coming to fruition, and you see the poke coming through. The thing what I actually didn't talk about, Pantheon's poke is actually really good, and people always forget Pantheon's Q is the next Q. If you get low, Pantheon could flash Q you, or you might not even need to flash. You might even reach you with a range. The range is deceptively good. So the poke on the side of Orthrus is really good, and I think that's all they need to do now, because Vuptrox can't actually force anything.
Risky recall there from Fury. He is going to get easily shut up there. There's going to be no decision here. Flashes over the wall. Chrissy's just going to finish this one off. Bit of a greedy one from Fury. They're giving away a kill.
Insanely greedy recall, but it's just going to be a mid tower, maybe dropping here, but the units are arriving. Pantheon is in range with all. Zeref is there, but they're going to do nothing about it and just let this tier 1 drop, which is very smart by them. It's only a tier 1 at 31 minutes.
Yeah, you're just looking at that last fight bot lane where Chrissy just had nothing to do with these ultimate charges. The guy is on 4 completed items, 5, 1, and 2 with 350 CS at 32 minutes. He is so strong on a champion that we know that he's amazing at. Where's the impact? Why are we not seeing Chrissy just flashing in and killing everybody?
The problem right now is they're just getting poked down before even any fight happens. They need to be the ones pulling the trigger before this Zeref or this Pantheon poke you down. And that's exactly what's happening. They're getting poked down before they can even force the fight. Last fight we've seen Lepiggy try to force an engage. He only hit 2 and then he was stunned up for ages. He had to use his Unbreakable to actually get out with his life. So the poke is just coming through before Vuptrox can even force.
We have at least seen 2 blue wards that have come onto the side of Vuptrox, so they've learnt from their mistake, and they're starting this Baron because Crocomonks, he's in a 1v1 bot lane against Endorser. Fair and Fury just struggling, coming back to this Baron. Endorser's actually just killed Crocomonks and has the TP available. This could be disastrous for OG. They're in a 4v5. Kaijak flashes in. He does not secure it. It's picked up by the blue team. Barty doesn't let that one get away from him. Kaijak now is trying to stall as long as possible, but he is surely going to go down. And suddenly, just like that, Vuptrox, they pick up 2 kills and the Baron.
A super smart call by Vuptrox. As soon as the fight with Endorser happened in the bot lane, he isolated the Zeref. Zeref can't really do much when Mordekaiser actually gets on top of him, especially with a Rylai's. You can't escape him. You won't be able to sustain this damage. He did have the barrier, but I don't think it would matter even if he did use it. You have the replay coming through. You see them turn instantly towards the Baron. As soon as Crocomonks got caught, there's nothing he can do. He's getting run down. Baron started. See the death of Crocomonks. Instant TP. No hesitation. And they just can't walk in here. There was an attempt to the steal, but if they committed for anything more, Vuptrox would have wiped them in a team fight.
Yeah, there's no question about that one. That could have been towers, that could have been inhibitors if they were unlucky. So they're going to have to sit back now. They've still got 3k lead, 4 towers up, and 1 dragon up. However, the Baron now, this surely is a huge problem for Crocomonks. The siege that he's been using so well, he can't get through these minions anymore.
If you decide of Vuptrox right about now, what you need to be doing is clearing out this vision and trying to establish some yourself. So you can actually go for these picks or engages. You need to give Alistair and Gragas a bit more tools to actually engage by clearing out the vision. But that's not happening right now. That's all what they need to do. And then if they do that, they're able to actually force better fights, which favour them. Because right now, Chrissy is insanely strong. He does have the QSS now as well, so he has a little bit more added safety.
It must be said that Fair has actually caught up in whole items, has got to that 4 as well. So Black Eater wants this 1v1 against Endorser, who is happy to take this one, but Kaijak waiting in the wings, coming in to spoil it. 2 versus 1 now, Endorser. He's still got that healing, but that huge spear damage comes through. Kaijak finishes him off, and now that threat is gone at least. They can hopefully stave off some of this pressure without that Mordekaiser wreaking havoc in bot lane.
Yeah, right by now, I don't think they're actually going to get much. They're going to get this top tower, and I think that's all they're going to get. Because the overextend by Endorser, when they had no pressure from anyone else on their team, was just an easy punish. He was able to be punished because there was no pressure on mid, because it was completely cleared up.
Yeah, they have moved up to this top lane. They will secure this tower at least. The power play so far, not too much power to be seen in this play. They're going to take that top lane tower, walk straight back to their base. There's less than a minute left on this Baron buff. Not a huge amount's really been gained here. However, scaling up must be said, it's still good for them. They are down in CS, but their champions, people like Syndra, they're just going to start one-shotting people with this unleashed power. Chrissy, he has almost got that completed 5 finished items plus boots that's going to make him an absolute monster. And Endorser, despite some maybe bad positioning, maybe bad judgment calls we've seen, he's doing some real damage on this Mordekaiser now.
So the thing, what I want to point out, so I said Pantheon falls off, which he does. But he is a very, very, very good bruiser, and He's just so good at distracting a backline, and especially with him having a GA and Sterex now, he's able to actually bring so much pressure in a team fight. And if they can't deal with him correctly, he's just going to be the scariest thing to actually deal with if you're the side of Vuptrox. And I think all you're going to do if you're the side of Orthrus is just go back to Clone Vision and just abuse Endorser. Endorser keeps getting picked at these places where he's pushing up too much, and I think he's just a free target for you right about now.
Yeah, they don't seem to have any trouble picking him up in those 1v2s. He has gone down into that bot lane again, Souvlaki to match, and see if that replays history in that lane before long. Chrissy still rejoining the team. Overall, it seems like both teams have put the brakes on, they've moved back, there's a lot more cautious vision being placed. It must be said that Vuptrox, they have actually managed to secure a lot more vision further up the map as they've taken that teamfight victory. Maybe a bit of confidence under their belt now. But we haven't seen that much action recently. Maybe OG, they're not able to get the picks that they want, as now the ultimate comes down from Crocomux, just chunks Chrissy down, and a cask from Varte to dissuade him from continuing. And here's that 1v2 that you were just talking about. Endorser caught out once again. He is doing a pretty good job of it, and now Varte, he knows he's in a 3v4. He is fully committed onto Crocomux, and there's nowhere he could go. Chrissy has picked it up. This is the opening they need, and Endorser is just winning this 1v2 almost. He is mashing this mace down over and over again. Out come the Zhonyas, and now Souvlaki, he's gone super low. Endorser with that shield. Kajak trying to finish him off into the repel to escape. This has gone incredibly awkwardly. The execute doesn't quite do it. No, Endorser lives, and now it is OG that retreat back into their base. Thankfully, they didn't lose anyone else, but surely this is the inhibitor going down.
It's definitely an inhibitor going down with so much resources expended in bot lane, and them picking off Crocomux. There's not a lot to actually stop them going for this, and they're going to rotate top as well. They should be able to take a free tower. I think they've still got time to do this with Xerath on the table, but they might just go for a safety and just recall here. Do have to give Endorser a lot of credit with how he played the bot lane. With him using that Zhonya's there, he just waited for his passive to give him more stacks on his shield. And when he was able to do that, he was able to actually survive a lot longer. They at least had to actually use a stopwatch to actually save herself in that 1v2. So Mordekaiser is at this point where he is really hard to stop right about now. And I do actually want to see the gold when we get a chance. I want to see how close Endorser is actually to his next item. He's on 1.4k gold right about now, so he shouldn't be too far off. And when he gets that, I don't even know who can stop him at that point.
It's going to be real tough. They're going to have to use a lot of CC chains, a lot of poke, a lot of kiting maybe from their team to get Endorser down. They are still rotating onto his side of the map once again, but this time it's with 3 or 4 people. They are coming in, but the Baron's just getting taken down by Vuptrox. They're actually peeling off it. They don't have any vision, and they don't know this bot lane is happening. Now they're going back onto it. Endorser finds himself in a 1v3. This is too much for even him to deal with. But now, look at the Piggy. He's zoning off Elise. He can't get in there. Varte's going a little low, and that is going to be the Baron picked up. They do finally manage to pick that one up. It looked a little shaky there. It is going to get traded for the Elder, though. This is actually very close. There's 3 dragons on the side of OG. This is not bad for them at all. So far, Vuptrox are pushing up mid, but who actually got the better of that trade, Varus?
I actually think it's disaster for Vuptrox. When you're picking up an Elder Dragon on the side of Orthrus, Orthrus has been the one forcing the better fights. They've been the one taking the better fights. And with them picking up an Elder to actually assist them in team fights, I think this favours them a lot more. We've not seen a lot of good come out of Barons for Vuptrox. So I don't understand the trade, and I don't understand why they peeled off the Baron in the first place. When they delayed that, if they committed to the Baron there, then and there, the first time, they could have actually rotated to that dragon and got there in time without actually losing that as well. But instead, they stalled, they lost Endorser, they lost an Elder Dragon. I think this is such a bad trade for them.
Yeah, they don't get a tower mid lane. They don't really get anything at all. You saw the ultimate charges coming down from Crocomux with that burn on the Elder Dragon buff, doing so much damage, chunking them all down to half or lower pretty much. And you can see they want this fight. Kajak has caught out the Piggy. They're going to full engage onto this one. Fair, chunking him down. Varte with a nice ultimate once again, but Souvlaki is coming in hot with that Pantheon ultimate. Olivia, those power's gone down. Fair is flashed over the wall to 1v3. He actually kills Syndra though. Somehow he trades his life going full double lift, flashing into that mid lane, and now the ultimate is back online. Chrissy has to flash away. He's dodging left and right. He does survive. That is so crucial. He's going to get back to his base. Dorsa now trying to save that tower. He's in the 1v3. He's had these tough fights before, and now Varte's coming in to support him. Kajak once again has been forced back, and Dorsa's kind of doing it to him right now. Varte now, another Zonius comes out from him. The GA has been popped towards the Black Eater. He's going to get killed down. It looks like Endorser has finally actually held it up. Perfect Zonius there from Varte.
There's a TP in the base.
But there is a TP here. Here comes Chrissy. He's going for the base race. This is going to be a recall from Crocomux here. Varte trying to suicide just to stop the recall. A cast doesn't hit, but it doesn't need to. There's two TPs
and they're on the
there.
Nexus.
They're going to finish it. They're going to win the Nexus. They've stopped the recalls, and Vuptrox, they've snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Vuptrox making the snap decision. They pick up the first win in this series.
Very smart decision by them. They've won the team fight, which actually shouldn't have been their favorite. I think the double lift decision by Fair was very optimistic. Sure, you traded and got Syndra off the table, but what else do you get off that? You're one of the strongest members and you are dead. The only other damage you have coming through is the poke damage from Croco, which he wasn't able to land much after he landed his ultimate. He couldn't land anything to actually follow that up. They sustained the fight and was able to wipe out Pantheon, and Crocomux actually got stopped on his recall. The double TP in the base, just able to take the game.
Yeah, you got to imagine that if one more ultimate charge had landed on Chrissy and killed him, they wouldn't have been able to pull a move like that maybe. And Dorsa maybe wouldn't be able to do it fast enough. Perhaps it just would tip the scales just slightly. But that is going to be it. Vuptrox Academy, they stay strong in that late game. A very back and forth game from both these teams. Looks like we've got an absolute kicker of a series on our hands here. That was just the first game. We've got potentially 4 more coming up for you guys. Please do not go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly.